Hi guys, I just wanted to show you someone's music instrument project and point out a couple of things if this is what you choose to work on during the enrichment time, since you guys had already started it, but it's up to you. So the beginning is just how you made the instrument, and then for each note there was a before slide, and after slide, and a comparison slide. Now this project will have 5, but your project only has 4. So notice she numbers the cans, so she calls this like can 1, okay? And it's her before, and then, sorry, let me go back a couple of slides. Okay, so this is her can 1 before. Notice that there's a screenshot on there, and by the highlighting on the screenshot, and by this part that she's marked, I can tell what she counted to calculate the frequency, as well as what she considers 1 cycle. Then I can see her frequency calculation labeled over here. I can see the number of cycles, the end time and the start time, and the number of hertz that she got. I can see the equation that she wrote here, the A value based on her side scale. Now on your guys' app that we had to use because of the technical difficulties, we are not using, you guys can basically make up any A value you want for your equations. Her B value, that's related to the frequency, and then her H value based on where she says this cosine wave would start as an X coordinate on her graph. She says how far away this note is from being to the note that she wants it to be, or in tune, and then she gives an explanation. Her explanation is not completely correct, but her project has the adequate parts to it. So then you can see for her after slide another screenshot, and again I can see what she calculated because I can see the highlighted portion. I can see what's considered 1 cycle, and then over here for her frequency I can see she counted 8 cycles, the end time and the start time for the number of hertz that it is. I can see what equation that would create, and then I can see which note that is. That's what you want on the after slide. For the comparison slide, notice that she put them both into Desmos, and this is a screenshot from her Desmos, which she very carefully scaled to meet the requirements of her waves. She's telling me the green equation was the before and the black one was the after, and I can see both the equations as well. And then she gives an explanation of what happened. Again, her explanations are not completely correct, but I just wanted to give you guys an idea of the requirements you need to include in the project. So then this was her can 2 before, and she did an after for that and a comparison. So you can continue to do this thing for each note. And again, she is going to have 5 because that's how many notes they did, but you guys are only going to have 4. And then after all of that, you're going to have an amplitude slide. On the amplitude slide, you're taking 2 equations. One is one of your equations from a previous slide. The other is a new version of that equation where all you changed was the amplitude. Again, a Desmos screenshot where she put both of these into Desmos and scaled it appropriately, and then wrote an explanation. Okay. And then again, her explanations might not be completely accurate, but her setup has all the requirements here. So some of you were asking about that. All of this is in the directions. And again, this is just if you choose to use your enrichment time to work on this, since we had already started it. I'm just including some reminders about what that was going to look like. Okay, so hopefully this helps remind you of the project requirements. Remember, there's a posting on Canvas, and there is a link to like a very detailed instruction Google document.